Let's bring you some other news now. Students will also be watching Parliament today to see what Tito Mboweni says about higher education. Now, classes have resumed at Tshwane University of Technology. That's after 2 weeks of student protests. The institution's management says it's extended the registration period to March due to time lost. eNCA's Lirandzu Themba joins us now live from TUT's main campus in Pretoria West. Lirandzu, surely one of the things that students will be hoping for, probably at the top of their list of priorities, will be what the minister has to say about funding for higher education. In the meantime, though, plenty of time lost there at TUT.
We know that the Union of Students have really called for the resignation of the Minister of Higher Education, saying that she is not serving the students. And of course, we also know that this particular campus has been embarking on student protests for the past week and a half. What you're seeing behind me, Michelle, is a barrage of security officers who have secured this building. Just earlier on, Michelle, we saw students demanding to see the Vice-Chancellor, saying that it is quite disrespectful that this institution has decided to open its doors amid their demands. So just to get a glimpse of what the students are saying, I do have with me several students that are just here. Thank you so much for joining us, gents. You are representing SASCO, and you are one of the student leaders that have demanded to see the Vice-Chancellor this morning. What do you want to say to him?
Thank you very much. We as students, actually, yeah, we don't have any issue of saying that we are representing which structure. We are representing the student body, of saying that we want to see the Vice-Chancellor. Now we come here as not being SRC. There's SRC that we have entrusted that they are going to deal with management, speak with management the rest of last week. And again, the beginning of the week, which was Monday and Tuesday. And then this complex of the university, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor is continuing with his arrogance of wanting to run this university according to the mandate that is being given in some caucus, of saying that the student, there's nothing that they can do. He must just enforce discipline on students, even though the issues of students are not resolved. Yesterday, they had a meeting with the institutional SRC where they never agreed. The only thing that the university have agreed on, because last week when we took on this struggle, we said that our first demand was that all the students must get the similar amount distribution of NSFAS book allowances, because they were saying that the seniors are getting 2,200, the first years are getting 5,000. And then we championed that together as structures. And then from there, when we are still thinking that now we are happy we have championed it, now there's an issue that comes of saying that NSFAS have given even an instruction of saying that students who doesn't have accommodation, even though they have NSFAS is not going to give them meal allowance. And then ourselves were saying that if that is the case and the university they are agreeing with it, let the university make sure that they provide each and every student with accommodation so that they can be able to get the meal allowance. The university, it is very much arrogant to us. They don't even want to help us in anything. So then the reason today we said we wanted to see the Vice-Chancellor.
What did you want to say to him?
We wanted to say to him, the Vice-Chancellor, we agree. You are saying that this issue is the issue of the head. Please, as our custodian, can you please help us with the resources so that we can take this struggle and march directly and follow suit in the call of South African Congress, South, of saying that the minister must come and address this particular issue. Let them help us. We're just in Pretoria, in the CBD. To take us there doesn't even cost them much. Yeah. So that we go to the head. If indeed this issue is not the issue that is made by them, it's the issue that is made by the head.
Sure. Let's hear from other structures. You represent the EFF, am I correct, my brother? Tell us, you know, the one thing that I know that has been a sticking point for you was the scrapping of historical debt and so forth. But of course, the management of this institution, as well as the interim SRC, have basically agreed to reopen the doors of learning, but yet you're saying that they should stay closed. Why?
Yeah, the institutional SRC, we feel like they're betraying us as EFF Student Command. How, like, we don't understand how come in life you accept when management tell them that they must open classes while someone who's staying off campus is not going to get meal allowance. And something that I can tell you, most of students who are staying outside, they're using that money of NSFAS to pay rent. So it means we're going to have a lot of dropouts here in TUT. So that's our problem. So we feel like that institutional SRC and management, I don't know if they are together or what. We feel betrayed. We are very worried. We are angry in that terms of institutional SRC.
What are you saying to the people that follow you as the EFF and also as SASCO? Should they be coming back to classes or not?
No, to our people, they know very well that before, management must come first and address our issues. This management is too much arrogant. It's arrogant in such a way I don't even know how to explain. This management must come to us, must come here to structures and address our issues. We're not going to attend classes where someone is hungry. Hunger, how are we going to focus? How are we going to pass when you're hungry? So all students were united, even those ones who are staying at rest, those ones who are having a NSFAS, were united. Some of them, they are here. We're going to fight until management come back to us and make sure that those people, they get NSFAS. And it's possible, because last week they were telling us that it's not possible to give seniors 5,000. But today in the ITS, there's that 5,000.
Yeah.
So it's very possible. It's possible.
That very important announcement with the minister. But just lastly, we know that the Minister of Finance is going to be giving out his budget vote speech today. What are you expecting or what are you hoping that he says?
We are expecting him to make sure that the issue of education, they must cover the issue of education. Education is very important. The issue of education, they must put more effort in education. So we're expecting nothing less than serious money for education.
And commitment, right?
Yes, and commitment, because they promise. Remember, they promised us free education. Now we're fighting here. We're not supposed to fight. So a commitment is very important.
Perfect. Thank you so much, my brother. So they hear it, Michelle. Students have really made their voices known. They're the same students that have made their way to this administrative building, asking to see the Vice-Chancellor and basically letting them know about why they're unhappy that this institution has reopened its doors. But just to give you a glimpse of what I saw this morning when I was on campus, several students are making their way out of campus, speaking to some of them, first-year students, saying that they've only just had 2 weeks of classes since the start of the year. And of course, coupled with a week and a half without classes, they are dismayed, Michelle. They're quite scared of what is going to become of their future, seemingly because there's going to be exams in the next month. So these students tell me that they've been turned away and the lectures were cut short. Over to you.